Welcome to the show. Willie Mays dies at 93. Giants legend, 24-time All-Star, who is amongst the greatest players in Major League Baseball history. Hall of Famer Willie Mays, one of the greatest players to ever live, passed away peacefully Tuesday afternoon, the San Francisco Giants announced. He was 93. Commissioner Rob Manfred released the following statement, and I quote, "All of Major League Baseball is in mourning today as we are gathered at the very ballpark where a career and a legacy like no other began." Willie Mays took his all-around brilliance from the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro American League to the historic Giants franchise. From coast to coast in New York and San Francisco, Willie inspired generations of players and fans as the game grew and truly earned its place as our national pastime. Just as his career was ascending, Willie served his country in the U.S. Army in 1952 and 1953. As the 1954 Negro League MVP, he led the Giants to victory in the World Series, in which he made one of the most memorable plays ever with the catch in the deep center field of the Polo Grounds. All told, Willie was a 2-time MVP, a 24-time All-Star, a 12-time Gold Glover, a selection as one of the game's greatest living players in 2015, and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom later that year. And yet his incredible achievements and statistics do not begin to describe the awe that came with watching Willie Mays dominate the game in every way imaginable. We will never forget this true giant on and off the field. On behalf of Major League Baseball, I extend my deepest condolences to Willie's family, his friends across our game, Giants fans everywhere, and his countless admirers across the world. Thursday's game at historic Rickwood Field was designed to be a celebration of Willie Mays and his peers. With sadness in our hearts, it will now also serve as a national remembrance of an American who will never remain on the short list of the most impactful individuals our great game has ever known." End quote. From Tony Clark, Executive Director of the MLB Players Association, the Players Association joins the rest of the baseball world in mourning the loss of Willie Mays, a national treasure and one of the iconic players in the game's history. From his professional debut with the Birmingham Black Barons at age 17 through his 24 All-Star games to his Hall of Fame induction in 1979, Willie's skill on the field and impact off it elevated him to a stature that was larger than life. Beyond the 660 home runs, the 3,293 hits, and countless accolades, the Say Hey Kid played the game with an earnestness, a joy, and a perpetual smile that resonated with fans everywhere. He will be remembered for his integrity, his commitment to excellence, and a level of greatness that spanned generations. We extend our sympathies to Willie's family and his countless fans and friends throughout the game. Nicknamed the Say Hey Kid, May was born and raised in Westfield, Alabama. He began his baseball career with the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro Leagues while still in high school in 1948. Mays was expected to be honored later this week at the upcoming MLB game at Rickwood Field, home of the Black Barons, but had already announced he would not be in attendance. In 1950, Mays signed with the New York Giants. and finished that season in the minor leagues. He made his MLB debut and began his decorated big league career in 1951. That season, Mays was named National League Rookie of the Year after hitting .274 with 20 home runs in 121 games as a 20-year-old. Mays was drafted by the Army to serve in the Korean War following the 1951 season, and he played only 34 games in 1952 before reporting. He missed the rest of the 52 and all of 1953 while serving. When he returned in 1954, Mays earned the first of 2 NL MVP awards and the first of 24 All-Star Game selections. He led the league with a .345 average that season. From 1954 to 71, Mays put together the bulk of one of the greatest careers in baseball history. He hit .307, .387, and .572, and averaged 35 home runs and 18 stolen bases per season. Mays was named NL MVP in 1954 and 1965 and won 12 Gold Gloves, which is tied with Roberto Clemente for the most by an outfielder. He was the All-Star Game MVP in 1963 and 1968. Mays helped the Giants, who moved from New York to San Francisco in 1958, defeat Cleveland in the 1954 World Series. In the 8th inning of Game 1, Mays made one of the most iconic catches in baseball history, an over-the-shoulder snag to take extra bases away from Vic Wertz. Here's the play. It was 483 feet to dead center field at the Polo Grounds, and Mays made that catch only a few steps shy of the wall. The score was tied 2-2 at the time, and Cleveland had runners at first and second with no outs. If Mays doesn't make the catch, at least one run scores, and likely 2. It was a game saver. The Giants eventually won the game 5-2 in 10 innings. At age 41, Mays was traded to the New York Mets for righty Charlie Williams and $50,000 on May 11, 1972. Mays spent the rest of 1972 as well as 1973 with the Mets to wrap up his career. Willie Mays was one of the greatest to ever play the game, Mets owner Steve Cohen said in a joint statement with his wife Alex. Willie ended his Hall of Fame career in Queens and was a key piece to the 1973 NL Championship team. Mays played with a style and grace like no one else. Alex and I were thrilled to honor a previous promise from Joanne Payson to retire his iconic number 24 as a member of the Mets in 2022. On behalf of our entire organization, we send our thoughts and prayers to Willie's family and friends. Mays retired as a career .301, .384, .557 hitter and is near the top of so many all-time leaderboards. Here are some of the most notable. He had 3,292 hits, which is 13th all-time. 660 home runs, 6th all-time. 1,909, 12th all-time. 6,080 total bases, 4th all-time. 2,068 runs scored, 7th all-time. 156.2 WAR, which is 5th all-time. Quite the accolades. Mays was voted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979, his first year of eligibility. He received 94.7% of the vote. At the time, the most ever for a player who was on the ballot for the first time. After his playing career, Mays worked with the Mets as a hitting instructor until 1979. He also took a position as a special assistant at a casino in Atlantic City. After being told by Commissioner Bowie Kuhn. He could not work for a major league team and a casino. Mays terminated his contract with the Mets. Kuhn banned him from baseball after that. The casino did not engage in sports betting, and Mays could not place any bets as part of his role. In 1985, new commissioner Peter Ueberroth reinstated Mays as well as Mickey Mantle, who was suspended for a similar reason. Mays rejoined the Giants as special assistant to the team president and general manager in 1986. He signed a lifetime contract with the team. A statue of Mays sits outside Oracle Park in San Francisco, honoring his instrumental role in drumming up public interest for the new ballpark in 1990s. He was also a great PR guy, like myself. I love that. Mays is one of 14 players to have a number retired by two teams. Fantastic. Number 24 by both the Giants and Mets. His foundation, the Say Hey Foundation, supports youth baseball. In 2017, MLB renamed the World Series MVP award the Willie Mays World Series MVP award. Mays played 21 career World Series games with the Giants in 1950, 1951, 1954, 1962, and with the Mets in 1972. A great life, a great career indeed. Rest in peace, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe.